Hey everybody, it's Karen from Waterfall Acrylics. Welcome to my Fluid Art channel. A couple things to tell you about before we get started today. First is Bloomfest is coming up fast in a month. So if you want to come paint with me, hang out in Vegas, hotel's super close to the venue. We goof off and have a great time, either during the classes or afterwards. Even if you're not into gambling, which I'm not, but I'll throw a couple bucks into the penny slots. It's a good time. So please go to waterfallacrylics.com, go to events, and you'll find all the details there about the classes, 3 days, 5 sessions. And yeah, I hope to see you there. And now for the video, I wanted to tell you that I was in a grumpy mood. I had a bunch of fails. And I got so into my head of getting something light and airy that I forgot to talk. It was late night pouring, so I'm going to do voiceover. Apologies for that. I'll try to remember my thought process. Hopefully, as I watch what I'm doing, I'll remember what I was thinking. We'll see how that goes. But let me get you down.
Hey guys, it's Grumpy Gus, killing off paint colors from a student that was here all afternoon. So shout out to Ricky. He made some amazing art. I'm using these leftover colors, which were predominantly golds and purples. Added a little bit of Q-Nag, and I might not talk a lot because I've been having some fails and feeling kind of grumpy. So we'll see how this goes. Although if it turns out, I'll be all happy again. Just a little bit of quinacridone nickel azo gold by Golden. It's discontinued, so if you don't have it, just try azo gold instead. And then we're going to kill off, this is a combo of Goldens, iridescent gold fine and the iridescent gold bright. And then we're going to switch to running low on purples. This is this little piggy in Nightfall. And then this little piggy in Enchantment. And then we're going to top those off with some Gilded. This another piggy. And then we might as well kill off these colors. So I'm just going to scrape whatever's left. So this will kill off the Nightfall. Yep, there's the Nightfall. Got a bunch of Enchantment. And then we might as well kill off the Gilded too. Alright. Excuse the giant mess from a day of painting. And then obviously had a fail. And didn't want to waste all the paint that was on the periphery. So I kind of scraped it all up and just threw some clean white in the middle. This is... I see a lot of people using this now. This is my cell activator color combo of permanent blue violet and oxide black or lamp black, either one. So it makes a really deep purple. And I'm going to blow this out kind of hard. Hopefully get some wispies and not a lot of cells. That's the plan. Cool air high fan.
Hey guys, obviously this is a close-up of me using the pipette to remove paint and little wiggly things in the middle of this painting that I didn't like. Just giving you a really close-up view of that. I believe this is when I just forgot to talk. I was like, I don't know. I really struggled with this painting. I'm surprised I got one out of it, considering the blowout was quite wonky and messy. I do love using the pipette though, you know, for that little bit of control and the ability to push paint to new areas or remove it completely. It really is quite the handy tool. So that's what I'm doing here. And there's the big view of it. I sped up most of this video. This is 3 times. Just to open up the composition that I was not happy with at all. Some more pipette work here. And what was happening is all the paint had puddled into the middle and didn't want to move. Even when I spun it, or in a minute here when I go to tilt it, the only thing that was moving was the paint in the middle, which told me that I did a terrible job with the blowout. Did you see it there? Only the middle was moving. And I didn't really want to do another landscapey type painting. I wanted light and airy and wispy and not necessarily a bloom, but more abstract. And I just wasn't getting it. And was really struggling to just see the composition. Normally, if I stare at it a while, I can sort of envision where things need to move and go to make it pleasing, at least to my eye. And this one, I wasn't seeing the vision at all. It was a struggle. The other thing, why I dork around with the middle of this some more, and I think I'm pointing to it, is I loved how vivid it was in the middle, and then for me blowing it out and blowing the paint back in, blowing it out, blowing back in, well, it's at the top of the canvas there, all that purple, that light purple, it's just one shade. And given that I have like 3 shades of purple in here, I was really unhappy with that too, having that monochromatic look at the one end when I had those bursts of colors at the other. So yeah, this is where I decided, okay, I'm going to have to make it landscapey or do something, and decide to take it off the edge. There were a group of like these purple cells that were growing. You could kind of see them there in a straight line running across the canvas, and those were really cool. So I decided to kind of make those a focal point. And at this point, I'm seeing a little more of a composition. And where I'm playing around with the pipette right there, that little point of cells, the fact that it was pointy, it was driving me batty. And then I decided I'm just going to stick my finger in it because I was frustrated. It was a rough night of painting. I'm actually really quite surprised I got a painting out of this. Here I am using my skewer to remove some paint and make like this thin line. I just roll it and then drag it off. And then when I tilt it, that line fills in, but it does leave like a faint mark, and it gives a suggestion of an horizon line. You don't need an entire line going across. You just have one little spot and your brain will do the rest. So that's what I was doing there, and then stretching it out. And now I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and I like 3/4 of the painting, but the part on the right, all that purple, I wasn't having it because most of it was going off the canvas, like it's facing vertical instead of horizontal. You'll see in a minute when I start futzing it what I mean. Because I'm going to put you up. I pushed it all up
because I wanted everything to run across the canvas. And that one section, things were running the wrong direction. And I was just not having it. I'm like, nope. So I'm just using my leftover paint to fill up that gap, knowing that I will be spinning this off. So I didn't want to waste clean paint for that when it's just going to fly off. With a good spin, I think that spun up 3 times right there. Most of this video sped up 2 times because I was taking my sweet time making it, and the video was like 35 minutes long and so boring. I'm like, no. All right, see how that purple is facing downwards? Yeah, it was driving me nuts. I'm like, no, you need to be running across. And it didn't even need to be purple at that point. It just needed some softness, I guess. So that's what I was futzing with there for like a long, long time. Is trying to get the bottom of that painting to look nice. At this point, I'm pretty happy with the rest of it. I felt like I was able to save it and still keep like the lightness that I wanted, the wispiness that I wanted, and just need to correct that bottom part of the canvas. And that did take a while. Cleaning out stuff. I know I said this before, but it really does make or break your day. When something goes right, you get all happy. Yeah, it's getting there. Do you see what I mean with the bottom? Like I really was struggling with it to get it to look as nice as the rest of the painting. I think I'm popping bubbles in, making sure I don't have little bits of paint in there. It's always risky using the old paint on the canvas. Really love the color palette though, and definitely will have a couple more videos in this color palette for sure. And I think I'm almost done. I'm going to shut up because I think I talk live. Yep.
All right, guys, I'm back with a live voice. Here's the dry results of this one. Labor of love. When you really want something, you know, wispy and not a sea of color. I think I did a good job on the bottom, fixing that up. And then the colors, the double colors are my jam right now. That's going to be a Patreon challenge. We're calling it the triple triple. 3 the same color in different shades twice. So for this one, 3 purples and then 3 golds and then 1 of one other color, which was the Q-Neg, which came out just enough to play. But for me, I mean, it's cool with the cells on the side, but for me, it's all this other stuff that I'm in love with. I got some speckles. Where are they? Right in here. You see that? Like a whole bunch that I'm going to have to touch up. But I do love these cells here. And like the line work. Yeah, I think once I touch these up with a little bit of light purple and dark purple, it'll be fine. And then I got to find a frame for it. Hold on one sec. I'm going to throw it in a frame. All right, guys, here it is in a walnut floater frame from Ampersand. I think it looks really great in here. I think it brings out the purples. Of course, gold would look great too. And gold would probably be expected. So I think I like this frame better, just to be different. Anyway, yeah, I like how wispy and light and airy this is. So labor of love for sure. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next week. Take care, y'all. Peace.